Me did the young antechua, and maybe I'm discovered for Europe. I come a bush for Ghana. No, me used to tap send, tap send. No fee mobile money transfer. Easy, convenient, fast, and sounds so free. Won't you share? Me discover my pim tap send. Intienne, also download the tap send app. No, ever mobile phone so free. Na first ka come a bush for Ghana for na tap send. Papa no.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Push sugar level for check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Do songs and I say enyum. Etimi am I taking action? So for instance, let me ask you this. When was the last time I was seeing you man enyum no kasi bibi? Adie no. Uti enyum no you got that confidence or that motivation to go do it. Inti enable artist be abonyum say ma obia MP on share mask. E be a time COVID-19 ete no. Uti enyum no eboa ma okas when I'm going out this song said I should put on mask into main kana me share mask na. And now say on another occasion uti enyum say de bia obeye na on worry ya share condom. Sa enyum no okay. Me who say na me kana. Don't worry. Na on worry kra koye side. Oko koye day. And now say e what tie enyum bi na enyum ni say who sent kofobi ne mabi atwe free menye bi. Oh, the last time bibisa otie ya onya sa confidence no. Na enyum ba ko mienu bi a me producer say o ma organize say sa nyum no na kire ese enye bibi. The songs were instructive songs. Kire ese enye bibi. When we listen to such songs, enema na enyum na kire ese enye ye ya na. Okay, say emri bia na galamse ne ma ba and stone boy bonyum bi na all can about illegal mining or 2 year for efra enyunim. The last time I saw reports online say in Suda na galamse asede no sisi a mate say aban panifo ene omo making sure say illegal mining be jai no omani breye no mate say nsuo no aye clear finish na akọ. I saw some stories like that. Me from an inko but I saw some stories like that. Stoneboy did a song on that. Now masanso hunyum bi amenos memu ahwe. I know Nigerian artist Patoranking. And also all about ethnic wars, misunderstanding, because sometimes you call your northern and you call a northern part of Ghana wow. Building some ethnic tribal conflicts here and there. Obi bonyum say munyaya mutie nyum na mutu ho na mo ma mujaya na. Alright, so that was Stoneboy, Grady Man. Now we not oka about illegal mining. I koso we kromu ha. Enim say esenema bebre ensu kra manfo benom kra ensu etene manfo benom kra na ese no. Oye obi a efan say oye sanema we bi ana why wadwen say opeso ye bi. What nyum bi say ya etu fo say enyum tuni bi atonyum say ma yenye tie begaya na enyum e wosa power no enyum timi manipa esa ne ma no. Now let me read this story. True News reports. Almost say Patoranking addresses societal vices in a new cinematic music video called Abobi, or maybe Abobi. I don't know what it means in their language though. Patoranking addresses societal vices in a new cinematic music video. And the story says, Patoranking, in a cinematic effects-rich music video, addresses societal issues such as police brutality, inter-neighborhood wars, and tribal and religious conflicts in Abobi, as a catalyst to remind not only Nigerians or Africans, but the entire world that we are one. Listen, so this song called Abobi is to remind you and I that we should eschew police brutality, inter-neighborhood wars, and tribal as well as religious conflicts in a song called Abobi among Africans, Nigerians, and the entire world. Now, the scene first depicts a burning house, which is then cut into an aerial shot of Rumokoro on fire. Rebels then arrive with guns and other weapons, claiming war and destruction, while leaders of different ethnic groups talk about putting an end to the fighting and calling for unity. So, in short, in himself, Ewiasima now call continental and tokwa aye here a woman Africa. Blue for Yarini. Africa ye dianim. Bekona weni wemu dia jinem, ni wemu dia jinem, wemu dia jinem. Intanyum bi say no. Oma omo ye saneman, omo hwebia, ana omo tia. Ebetima sakra omo adwiana. Something new from Patoranking, Nigeria's Patoranking called Abobi. And this song is preaching oneness. Say yenyai religious conflict, tribal and ethnic conflicts, yenyai war na yenyina yenye bako. As musicians, and yet all the time na omo bonyum ma editri ma. Sometimes omo bonyum su di 2 year for. Omo 2 year for we are no mo de akwada sa na ne pempen was in the pain. Ni ejina musa. But just as obetenyum na beka say buumu na be buumu no. So otenyum bi na ka say drop your guns and so. Do you really drop your guns? Otenyum na enyum tunini ka say don't do illegal mining. Stop galamsey. Do you do it? That is the conversation next. Kojo, Mami, no start here. You are also a songwriter. Whether songs have that ability to make people change lifestyle, to inspire people to do some things right.
Of course. Song music has that ability. And you share, we say, we believe say a new spiritual. Yeah. Not just say it for entertainment purposes, because West and Kasa and some Kasa can spiritual. Okay. There has been instances a see other countries just by Ubia some more kind. Ubia some back up kind it made in Toka a see war importemunia there because of a influencer new panoe or yentem crow bet me can simbia for being much forever you hold grudge with somebody. Yeah. And you know, music is also a way we communicate. And he said, yeah, the message eto and you also near the it goes a long way to affect the lives of the listeners. Yeah, well, no man, yet even cry, me no man release it will be to me from a child on media. A come as some mamma, power, Charlie, and no meet and papa, editing jam, who is a Charlie, only born, no mammy, and a lot of testimonies are many musicians are receiving from the arrest. It is said, oh, Tonyona, I inspire Obi. Now, in a free certain situation or condition, you know, the same thing I bet me at Tonyon, so they are inside Obi. Obet me at Tonyon in a very negative way. At me, I inside Tenkrofo. And even we know how people follow certain musicians to the core. Religiously, yeah. They don't think about anything else. And Oma follow Oma Benya or Dobia Moma, whatever that comes from such people, they will act on it, yeah. And so Bano by Tony Rock say, hey, pick this, we are going for war. Yeah. You get people who listen, people who act. That role now and you to play in it, we can never underrate it. Most of Bob Marley songs, and you man this freedom revolution, especially here before. Oshe Buffalo Soldier cry, Oshe message now, talking to the Africans now, you best farm call, America for fight and all of that. So, you be saying, say, oh, na, oh, yeah, unim history now, say, wood here, on worduma. It will be a beer, at any coin in favor, no, wouldn't be comfortable, say, Obi benya sa message, ni say, no, obeti. So, music goes a long way to affect the lives of people. And until I share say, yet my annual 20 go a certain direction. Okay. Or to say, ABA, it's all about love, it's all about money. You limit the scope of life. I say, if we are seeing now sentence about just a few things, but some music for development, no more dim punto, ebo memu, ebema ni penny done a hoso. Ni na ya dia a see it me the count because you see stone more about a galam say definitely message no e be kwa bontin obi tie na won say o say nsuo no ka won say nye o de kakra na wunya no o say o man nyina in the long run say nsuo ni say na say kro nipa be 50,000 o munye nsuo no ma you are going to cause harm e betimi de owuo ni ade aba na be akakra bi pe na oje. So there are certain people, yes, definitely they wouldn't mind because all no drink sa ni padodo no ho to no ba ko tu no anya ni sika crack ho. But there are certain people that the message will also go downward to them. Okay. It is a more na de bia sa message na ekoso a ebeboa ema sanity kakra nso ayeden aba system no. And don't think that it no make sure that they had a balance. Na anu ya na edi nkomo omo nkoye odonko a ye bobo afutuo na ya ye we hia unye sika sie bi eje sa adam kombedo usumbode asumkwadu ni nyina na ya de tutu fonti oko na akọ sese otie ye no msa o se shirt okotie no uwie na aba
anaze okotie unya ginisa do bi na one bottle emoda so uwie sa ga se unye sika nso asie bi na onim ochina sam
and Osha Patoranking, I think say for the past few years, you know, the guys has been releasing conscious vibes, conscious vibes, and you're conscious because I think say there's a time in the life of every musician now, who say now music, you know, it's going beyond just making money or making merry. Yeah. Now I need to leave a legacy, and legacy, you know. Osho mo live sa legacy na amanfo de yin ehodium die pa na. It is this kind of songs omoye songs that uplift people, tackle issues we are happening in society more affect a lot of people. The sabo mali say nenu a obo nyina odimi say there was a direction or deco few ones be na bia ye de betimi age ani anase ye de be party. And last 4 years or release and be a friend heal the world. That song was also powerful, and the visuals, you know, or making sure the visuals, also it correlates with a someone or kawumuno. Yeah. Celebrate me crow release last year. No say no, and no say a conscious vibes, power. Or let's say see it me celebrating the parents.
Whilst they are alive.
But both personalities being
I think
and on Sunday. Abobi so ayden ababekon enti say now Patoranking want to move beyond music. We achieve a lot. You want number bra person or digi wania. You can do that. But the beer what do any no so the maturity no. Well say now he has to also affect society at large. And yet just entertainment don't and easy say obey say anyum be say because mostly, you know, I have people relate with the easy ones, you know, the conscious ones, you know, and look at video. I want to know assign the account. Clearly, it's also a project, and we have an agenda. Exactly, there's an agenda. All push and and we employ more other musicians also. Look that way because we try near a lot of issues. Politicians will call on you when they need to gather numbers. We have seen Shatta. There was a time of Boha Boha. because they know say move command numbers. It is a move from one they can gather normally your message now the amount. They know why they call you guys. That power no say o start obi say shatter and you be boy a year that's so they call for a weakness. Ama offense towards a certain direction, they will always listen. For instance, say be a who issue about the governance, they be enkoyi na ubonum to that direction. We all know how what Sarkozy did when we were facing all this crisis with inflation, doom sunny. We all know the attention a coin, and that message went. Till date. Oh my government, I don't know what power. Opening the issue. Till date, we make it to everybody. Nobody I want to I've been crafty say, or you biased towards the sitting government now because the same issues are happening. And into boost, I'll say it because they know the effect. So say your musicians never channel energy to that session also. I think say a Boama society.
Solid submission. And you back when me say Debia Mekai a bra na 8 a buy na all stars. Year 8 is the dangerous disease. I'm an advising. 8 is the dangerous disease. A warning, put on your condom, protective syndrome. Mekai papa. It is our time no. Obey Bibia, obey you gonna buy knee. I'm off for sword king. Oh kakra munye. Say your money if you're great. Point of reference. Yeah, because that song was big. Okay. And was very instructive. Yes. Like the visuals too was on point. Exactly. Oh yeah. If you do songs really command people to act.
Yeah, it does. It has a great influence. One thing I wish was say anka artist biya nyuma album and so now one such song on the album so.
Okay.
It shouldn't all be a direction. So this album is shine at least just one song on the album to promote development. Talk about such issues. Ghana has said we have. I think recently where be Kwame Eugene, Miss V. They talked about Atewa Forest.
Oh yeah. I think at that time it was a musical project also. Yes. Obo was part of it. Yeah, you are right.
Stoneboy also has a beautiful record, Run Go, talking about wars and then where are we going to run go. Obo in some time or songs about accidents. Kofi Kinata also was such an inspirational song. Even Christ not about things going on, but even
Kinata even has one about Galamsey
and yeah, I was
illegal mining.
I was even coming to even talk about Susuka.
Okay.
Yeah. Susuka was a huge song that everybody could relate to because you are thinking I don't have money to do this, but someone is in the prison. You are thinking Meme Yare but Obishe mortuary. So such songs no ebi wo honoma say nkofotia, it really puts them in a particular groove. That means that artist has a particular influence. Any artist they can feel no. Say now can is nyom ebi I might try soundtrack about cleanliness. Such soundtracks, no, and then the government will be running adverts. Even Kwaboma Kasa move about the elections, they say something about the elections. So when you go, just put your vote down. Don't go and fight. Don't go and look at someone's vote. It really educates the public. Say yes, and yeah, we are all trying to exercise our rights. It is such developmental way. You say artists wanting to meet your mujima no sway now, even if we take gospel music.
Okay.
Say do Sunday, na gospel koswa, you can even look at the say do Sunday after atmosphere. Everybody
it is the atmosphere they change kaka.
Yes, everybody is in the groove. I say in Siobia to Gunipa. Everybody is in the groove because some moments we are talking about God, we are talking about inspiration at that moment. Such artists also they churn out such content. So they are doing well, especially the gospel artists.
Yeah.
Because Sunday it will be hard so but it's a social vice versa on a Sunday.
It because you do.
But it is very
no, but everybody is careful on Sundays.
Yes.
In fact, including myself. Yeah, I'm very careful on Sundays. There are some things I won't do. Ajay in extreme cases. Yeah.
So the artist really has influence when it comes to say Omo Chene out good, and such songs no so utumiya it goes a long way. Like say Bob Marley never No Woman No Cry.
Yeah, and let me also give you one. Obrafos Nyante Tiepa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another solid song that really was instructive.
Yes.
Nyante Tiepa. Yeah.
So with Bob Marley's No Woman No Cry, the years that Bob Marley recorded that song. Must say Black Panther. I can't feature, soundtrack feature. Yeah, the artist for to so term say on your own rendition. Wow. Because of the message the song carries into, you know. See this whole years, no song na sanya asaba benya impact. When I was listening to 10's version of the song, I'm like, wow, this song is really telling us something. That no woman, no cry indeed. It's all such songs now. One is developmental. Two, it goes a long way. What artists know, obey, you are going to get revenue.
It keeps your relevance for long.
A song like Becca's Woman. There's no beauty pageantry because we're Ghana. I say, wait, Mark, I say, I'm going to eliminate that song. Man. Yes.
I see a woman. Yeah.
Yes. There's no beauty pageantry which talks about women, and I be about women, and you can say, as a DJ at that moment, you are not going to play that song. It will hit you that songs about women, that's the first song that you are going to put out. But so when you do such songs, it goes a long way. So I'm urging most of the artists say, more albums and maybe your EPs, and you can think outside the box, maybe with their management. So, okay, you have such song back. Some of the songs, it become your hits. But in the long run, it will go now somebody stage
and it has a purpose.
See Ayat's video now, or and the coffee and same that song, chill. But when the government was looking for something,
a message to sell Ghana.
To sell, they went to take it, and right now he's cashing out of it. Indirectly, he's cashing out of it because the song he did, the project he did, nobody was involved. The government didn't support him. But as of now, it has become a need to the government, necessity. As of now, no, he's going to get shares or whatever that anybody takes that song for, no, the percentage will. Aside that, we have inspirational music, Familia Yebi, Kofi Kinata Yebi, Black Yebi. Such inspirational, so they go a long way. And then you see, when you do such songs, it cuts across the general public. Yeah. You are going to get the old, the married, the young ones, because it do maybe everybody, but at the moment, if you do songs about love, it is quite limited because, excuse me to say, and you'll be able what in love at the moment. But when you do such songs, everybody gets into a situation at a particular time. So it's relatable at any point in time. Maybe a death of a loved one, maybe you're in a calamity, you just have that vibe. So, oh, this song,
this is what you have to listen to.
Yes, let me listen to this kind of song. It's going to put me in a particular group. So songs, dear, it really has an impact, and the artistry too. Their videos also have an impact, very, very, very strong impact. So I'm urging our artists that they should try and then embark on such projects.
Well, taking inspiration from Patoranking's new project, Abobi, I'm sure that is what we are looking at. The message in there, clear-cut message, going to African leaders, ethnic leaders, tribal leaders, say Munyai and Tokwano. Oneness is what we are looking for. At a point in the video, who say, Omofa Sofo, Omofa traditional leaders, Omofa politicians, no Mujina, Kasen Tokwa across Africa. And why? Beyond us having fun, sometimes we want to preach some of these messages to our followers. Roland will speak after this, then I start reading your messages. Yeah, Ro.
The creative arts sector over the years have proven, say, it has remained one very important tool to shape society.
Okay.
In fact, from songs to movies to even poetry. and affect society. Kojo Kasami, he made mention of the fact that yes, there are some songs that artists can sing and it will inspire the followers. There are songs that they can also sing to instigate people to do certain things. And one of them are war songs. War songs. Back then, there were war songs and chants. The moment you hear such songs, no matter mood or woman, it gets you into the mood. Whereby they used to instigate people to go for war.
Prepare for war.
Prepare for war. So yes, songs have a way of altering people's mood, which is why among for baby every advice said people should do funeral songs. So that say if there are occasions like that, at least it can, yes, put people in the mood, because that period need a special occasion, a yearly morning will be. It also helps to change perception. I'll use the recent COVID as an example.
Okay.
Most of the messages that were sent through creative arts people. Because some of the perception about COVID and even when AIDS came, people thought that the transmission was like COVID. Time is by fresh.
I don't know.
Time is by. Now, man, for this, and the transmission was like COVID. So somebody gets HIV/AIDS, and the stigmatization around HIV/AIDS in the society was crazy.
It's a man.
And men or fuck up and and out of songs like these ones, they were able to change perception of the society about what AIDS was. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. That particular line, even in that song, got so many people conscious. It got so many countries out of even slavery and even colonialism. So yes, songs over the years have proven say they have now inspired people. Inspiration there. First of all, inspiration. And the songs and visuals that they usually put to it. Sometimes they release visuals just to give you a picture of what they are talking about. I'm sure when Pato released Heal the World and other projects like this ones, say visuals number, yes, the songs can go, but in our modern day and age where people also depend on visuals to actually get a whole picture or a clear picture of what we are talking about, a very necessary, which is why Stonebwoy will release the Galamsey project and also release a visual to it. Because the Nipani who and the Aotino and the Kunimu money who near Ote near can see. A country like America, for example, if we are talking about one nation that we cannot mess with, even in terms of war, America. And most of that messages, it is not because they it is out of their movies. Niamano portray or movies. It has given that America that particular perception about them. Say, hey, when it comes to war, and don't try America. But is that the story indeed? Nobody knows until you try. And that has been the picture. So yes, for creative arts there, culture impact. We all know, say, at a particular point, how in amountphobic culture, it's infiltrating into other people's culture, even through songs. Ghana has a typical example. Yeah, hip life, yeah, and say, we all know that the genesis of even our hip life is out of hip hop and the high life that we have. And it is somebody's culture that came into our culture through music. So it got to a point, no one share jeans and sage, no one share blings, almost share chains. But then through and a lifestyle the buyer has even infiltrated into our culture. Now you see our musicians wearing big chains, big one covering themselves anyhow. You see a big crash mask. And this is out of music. Moral. Yes, it affects moral. Songs have the tendency of affecting people's morals. That is the religious songs, if you are mentioned. Gospel songs, and sometimes it is not only gospel songs. We have I'm trying to remember gone with this when they were releasing some VVIP more Numbia no releasing, especially during Salah. These are seasonal songs. I will say yes.
D-Flex.
D-Flex, thank you. Those songs aside, I know your Islamic side, no, whereby we have the gospel musicians also, and even the people that they term as secular also have very inspirational songs that even morally it teaches people what to do. Nyantiti, apart from Obrafo say okay, yes, some people would want to place it under gospel, but this is a song that morally who kotwa the actually cry to go to him say hey Obekai say nyumia miti there ship it in. Yes,
Obekai say enye ship it in.
Enye ship it in. Yes. And my last point will be the emotional impact. Yes, out of songs, so many people have been able. If you say oh, love songs, and you'll be in love at a particular point, it is not true. At any particular point, people are there's somebody who is in love.
Yeah, breaking your heart.
And I mean, but you break your heart and Obiswa for yes. Yes, Obiswa for you know, Nasi has a song in a song be Unya be a mommy be Umpa to be Odoma Tasi. I know somebody who gave a testimony, said that song. There are people who usually even don't do good to their lovers. Like they don't surprise them, they don't gift them. And out of that particular song, he developed a habit of gifting his lover. And this shows the impact of some of and you may not that big like other Nasi songs. But that particular song,
I know that song.
It was able to touch somebody to reform the person from a character to a different character. So yes, songs have that energy.
Well, so because of this and many more, please, when you pick your pen to write any song, make sure the song will come out as that song that will transform people from their negative attitude to their positive attitude. Thanks to Patoranking for giving us a Bobby. I want to believe that from the rest of the African countries that are war-torn, tribal activities via Emfa, Shame Reno. I think recently I was watching the news and somewhere up north. Metese Mranche bi omoma warning say politicians no man hwe no man nyene mabia and emabiom beye me say chale montomobo extreme. So some of these things we want this to go down well. So obia ebe act right, and I'm sure that is what we have to do.